Hello, I am Afiniki Akanet, author of Life Without Coffee, Choosing Happiness Over Stress. Today, I would like to talk about priorities. We've had a bit more time on our hands, which helps us to be able to reflect on how we've been living our lives and what our priorities are. Have you thought about this recently? What are your priorities? What's important to you at this stage of life? Does the way you spend your time and your money reflect this at all? Some of us say that family is the most important thing to us, but then we're never at home. We never spend time with our family. And yet, we also say that faith or work or something else is the most important thing in our lives, and then we're complaining about it all the time. So it's a good time for us to reflect and realign our lives to match what we're saying and what we think we're doing. Today I'm going to be reading from page 9 of Life Without Coffee. As a woman who has a lot on her plate, I've realized that certain conversations are not very useful, so I've cut down on those to make time for more productive things in my life. I also take time to regularly assess what is on my plate so that I am not unintentionally drawn into a busy and unhappy lifestyle. I have noticed that people sometimes love to be busy, taking on more than they can handle and having no time for rest or relaxation. We somehow feel that being busy makes us look more important. I personally think that it is more respectable to be approachable, productive, and efficient. If that leads to being busy at times, then that's okay. But I do not think that being too busy should be our regular status. Although for some unhelpful activities and issues, I will always be too busy. It's all about priorities. I'm sure some of you are now thinking, really? But it's true. If something's not going to be helpful or add anything useful to my life or give me a chance to be helpful to someone else's life, if it's a total waste of time, then I will be too busy for that. Unfortunately, we have to prioritize. We've got very limited time on this earth. Yes, we've had a bit more time now with people being off work and not being able to go for activities like the after work, after school socializing that we would normally go for. But this time of social distancing, isolation, should help us to really think about how we spend our time and how we prioritize what we do and when we do it. Is it making the best of the time that we have? Most of us will be lucky to have 100 years on this earth. When we look back, would we be able to say confidently that we made an impact in this world and that people that have known us or spent time with us have felt blessed to have known us? Or are we just going with the flow, going wherever the wind blows? I think it's really important to think about priorities and to make things that we call our priorities really to be our priorities. When I was in medical school, the priority was to finish medical school to become a doctor. Now I'm a mom, I'm a wife. The priority is to spend time with my husband, to spend time with my children, to impact their lives, to be there for them, as well as using my medical degree to make a change, to make a difference in the world. But I need to reassess this regularly to make sure that I'm saying and doing what I think that I am. And I think it's a good time to encourage everyone else to do that. Just reassessing life patterns, because that will really reduce stress when we make sure that we're living according to our priorities so that we're not feeling guilty all the time. I'll leave it there today because I can talk about this all day. Please feel free to leave comments, to email. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay strong, stay connected.